leading to multiple recognitions, including the 2008 IEEE Robotics and Automation Award. Dr. Baumgartner holds degrees from the University of Notre Dame, University of Cincinnati, and the Harvard Graduate School of Education. And more importantly, he and the university hosted us here today, which was a fantastic opportunity. Dr. Baumgartner.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, on behalf of the faculty, students, and staff at MSOE, I just want to welcome you to campus today. I hope you've had a good day. If you haven't, let us know, and we can get better the next time. You heard a little bit about my background. I want to just go into that a little bit more, tell you a little bit about my personal journey, and then end with some thoughts for our students in the room today. So I grew up in New York State, but not the city, not New York City. I grew up in a very small little town in rural upstate New York, a little dairy farming community, about 3,000 students, about 3-4 hours north of New York City. I know, is there anybody like from Wisconsin who came from like a similar background? Anybody from a small town in rural Wisconsin? A few? Okay. So, as you heard, I spent 10 years as an engineer at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory out in Pasadena, California, where I got a chance to build some rovers that are sitting on Mars today. As a young boy growing up in upstate New York, didn't know an engineer, never met one. My father wasn't one, my mother wasn't one, but I was fascinated by space. I was an avid reader. For the parents in the room, you may remember the Cosmos series with Carl Sagan. I watched that every single episode, and I was inspired by NASA. It really inspired me to become an engineer. So I knew at some point in my future, I'd love to work for NASA. So that set my path, and I was going to go become an aerospace engineer. And I figured if you're going to work for NASA, you got to be an aerospace engineer, right? Who else works for NASA? So off I went. I did my undergrad work at the University of Notre Dame. I'm pretty sure my parents didn't bribe anybody for me to get into it. Glad that they didn't. Yes, thank you. And so I was very blessed to be accepted and start my journey there. And then I went straight on through college, master's degree, PhD, and then I started teaching right away as a mechanical engineering professor. But I always felt this longing, this urge to contribute to NASA in some way, shape, or form. So I got very fortunate and lucky. I landed essentially what was called a summer internship. They called it a summer faculty fellowship. Shortly after I started being a faculty member up in a school just north of here called Michigan Tech University. I got to go out to California for 10 weeks in the summer. And as some of you will, as you go to college, you'll do summer internships and you'll try to impress your bosses because maybe they'll give you a job someday. I did the same thing. I wanted to impress my bosses because maybe they'd give me a job someday. And I went back to Michigan Tech after that summer experience, and lo and behold, they called and said, do you want to come and work for JPL? And I said, of course, you betcha. So we toddled off from Houghton, Michigan, if anybody's ever been there, quite a journey to Los Angeles, California, where I got a chance to really have a wonderful experience and really learn what it meant to be an engineer. I spent, as I said, 10 years there, primarily working. I'm a roboticist. My background's in robotics. Worked in research and development first, but then got a chance to contribute to some flight projects. The Mars Exploration Rover project, which put Spirit and Opportunity on the surface of Mars. I worked on that project, got to drive Opportunity around on the surface of Mars. I was one of the first 4 rover drivers for Opportunity. If you've heard some of the news lately, we've stopped Opportunity stopped communicating with us last summer, and NASA recently called that project quits after 14 and a half years on Mars, of what was supposed to be a 3-month mission on Mars. Then I contributed a little bit to the Mars Science Lab project that eventually put the Curiosity rover on the surface of Mars, and Curiosity continues to rove Mars today and do wonderful science. But then I felt this longing to come back to academia and longing to educate future engineers, and so I left. We left California and moved to Ohio, spent some time there, and then recently landed here at MSOE. And so, as I think about myself as a young boy in upstate New York, looking up at the stars, reading voraciously, listening to Carl Sagan, I had no clue how my life was going to unfold. And I imagine for our students in the seats here today, you have absolutely no idea how your life is going to unfold. But my guess is if you're here at the Badger State Science and Engineering Fair, you have some sense of what that future might look like, or some interest, passion, desire, something that's going to guide you, okay, in your path through your education and then beyond into your work in the industry or in academia. And so my advice to you today is just don't be afraid of the opportunities that are presented to you. I can think of my own journey any number of times I could have said no. I could have said, you know, moving from Houghton, Michigan to Los Angeles, California, a very scary place, right? For someone who's never been there before, with a family, young family, could have said, no, we don't want to take that move, right? And we did. We said yes. We said yes. And so my advice to you is to say yes. You might be uncomfortable at times. When you do that, you may be unsure of yourself. Personally, I was unsure if I was going to be able to hack it, make it amongst the talented men and women of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. But with a lot of great mentoring and advice and guidance, I was able to make it my own and contribute in meaningful ways. So sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you're not going to be sure of yourself whether or not you're going to want to say yes or no. My advice to you today is think about yes, okay? It might not feel right at the right time. It might put you outside your comfort zone, but be willing to take that little step across that barrier, whatever it might be, and take advantage of that possibility. You never know. You absolutely never know where it might lead, and that's certainly been true for my career. So with that, I just, again, want to congratulate all of our students who are here today. It's a wonderful opportunity to come, share your talents, share your projects, network, as Gary said, get to know each other. You'll meet each other again. And on behalf of MSOE, we're really happy that you're here. And again, congratulations to all. Thank you.
A roboticist. Of course, biologists say, did you get the cyst removed? Work with me. I want to take an opportunity just to recognize our sponsors. Without sponsorship, events like this don't happen. They're listed in your program, they're on our website. Please, these are people that have provided money so that we can host this, and it is not a cheap endeavor. You know, there's people on here like ASQ that have been sponsoring us for almost 10 years. So I just want to recognize them. Very, very important. Allow me the opportunity just for a couple comments. I talked to the students earlier today when we were doing the student orientation. I was very poignant when I talked about how valuable this experience is. We are affiliated with an international organization called ISEF, International Science and Engineering Fair. That is an organization that is not well known throughout Wisconsin. So I'm going to plead with you to please take that information back to whatever organizations you may be connected with. I guess I'm talking to parents here primarily. Other states have a much more dynamic science fair, ISEF affiliated network than Wisconsin does. This is a life-changing experience. Just to give you an example, there is a documentary out right now that was produced by a university school student here in the Milwaukee area, Christina Constantini. It's called Science Fair. And it has won some excellent awards this year in the documentary film category. And it tells a story of varieties of people that you can see coming from all different walks of life. Rural, urban, economically advantaged, economically privileged, all corners of the world, and the work that they did, which then culminated in them participating in Intel ISEF. It is a great documentary. I've had a chance to see it. Please use that as a way to spread the word. If through your connections you have an interest and opportunity to get involved in our organization, please see me, send me an email, connect with me somehow. We are governed by an organization called the Wisconsin Science Education Foundation. And we have several of those board members here today. Can I ask you guys just to stand up and give me a quick wave? Cindy, Brant, Lalitha, Ron is back there. So at some point, thanks everyone. The goal is to be able to reach out and connect with kids around the state. And so we would invite your participation. Thank you. I would now like to invite up Brant Holman quickly, just to give us a little bit of an overview of our social media outreach. Brant?
Thank you, Gary. Hi, my name is Brant Holman. As you might have seen, wearing a couple different hats here today at the fair. One of them is social media coordinator, mostly because I was the youngest on the board. You know, trying to get about 800 memes per minute out there. I really try to keep it low, I swear. Also category judge for math and computer science. So any of you that saw me today, your presentations were amazing. Thank you so much, as well as the other categories and students. We've got a Twitter account. It is Badger Sci Fair on Twitter. We also have Facebook. By all means, share the accounts with other people, watch it yourself, like the page, like and subscribe. And if you've got any information, if you've got any feedback, you can contact us multiple different ways. I was lucky enough last year to be the one of several chaperones, adult in charge, that went to the ISEF fair in Pittsburgh with 8 students from Wisconsin. And it was remarkable. So not only was I there sort of as a road correspondent, taking pictures and documenting what was going on, but I really got to see where the students go from here. And I would love to see, as you probably all would, us sending more and more students from Wisconsin to this event. It's amazing to see, you know, people show up from Nigeria and Japan and Hong Kong and the Netherlands and Wisconsin. So it's really cool, not only for obviously our students, but for other students to see what's going on in other parts of the world, for us to be able to share what's happening in Wisconsin and our projects. And just really to network and get to see all these bright minds doing things. So with that, I'd like to turn it back over to Gary, Master of Ceremonies, and thank you.
Thanks. I talked about the Wisconsin Science Education Foundation, which is our parent company or organization, but the people that run this fair we call the program committee. Many of you have seen them today. For example, as soon as you exited the elevator, you were faced with the registration table. Pat Harvey is our registration chair. Pat, stand up and just wave. She does a fantastic job. Thank you. The judges' registration and the judging coordinator is done by Mary Alice Kettrick. Is she here? Can she wave? There she is back there. So thank you, Mary Alice. All of our awards are coordinated by Kathleen Franzen. One of our board members that also works with the junior high program is Lalitha Morales. So these people are directly involved in setting things up today. One of the behind the scenes people that is equally as important is our scientific review committee chair. Xiaowen Bai, can you just say hello? One of the very strong commitments that we make is to make sure that we communicate with the student that they are engaged in real life science research, which needs to be done safely and ethically. The scientific review committee reviews all of the project protocols ahead of time to make sure that the students have done things safely and ethically. So, I think maybe it would be time to start moving towards the awards. Are you guys okay with that? Okay. Today's awards, you do have a award ceremony program, so by all means you can refer to that. You will notice, I think it is in here, that Mr. Bart Adrian was supposed to be our MC. Well, he called me this afternoon and said that he has laryngitis. So Bart has been a great friend of the science fair, and I'm sure he'll be back next year. Today we will be presenting in 4 groups. The first group are the Junior High Awards. This is the second year BSSEF has hosted junior high students as they present their work to scientists. The second group is the Specialty Awards. These awards for senior high students are given by the organizations listed in your program. Students selected for these awards have projects that are specific to the research being done or the goals of these organizations. The third group is the Category Awards, which have a third, second, and first place award in each competing category. The categories are also listed in your program. In addition to the certificate and a medallion, each category award winner will receive a scholarship from Marian University. First place winners in each category also receive $100 courtesy of the Wisconsin Science Education Foundation, which I mentioned earlier is BSEF's parent organization. The fourth and final awards are the Grand Awards. The top 3 projects of this fair will be announced. The winners of these projects will earn the right to compete at Intel ISEF. When your name is called, please come forward as quickly as possible, receive your award, and pose for a picture. So the picture opportunity is going to be over in this area, and so that's where you will receive the award. Katie, obviously Kathleen has the awards, and then we have a presenter which does the handshake, does a photo op, and we're going to try to move that process forward as quickly as possible. The first, then, are the Junior High Awards. This is the U.S. Naval Award. The U.S. Navy provides a certificate and medallion for one junior high project notable for thoroughness, ingenuity, creativity, clarity, and the advancement of science. From Cleveland Park Middle School, John Segalis. The next award is the 2019 Lemelson Early Inventor Prize. This award is given, you know what, I'm going to announce the winner, and then I'll explain what they've won as they're coming up. From Glen Hills Middle School, Liana Lima, Alina Hildebrand, and Abigail Debnick. This award is given to the project that exemplifies the ideals of inventive thinking by addressing a challenge you see in your community and creating a solution that will improve the lives of others. Each team member will get a certificate and will share a $100 cash prize. The Best of Fair Award. Third place, from Glen Hills Middle School, Abigail Debnick, Elena Hildebrand, and Liana Lima. Don't sit down, ladies. Second place, from Shorewood Intermediate School, Eloise Bema and Giselle Knox. And first place from Shorewood Intermediate School, Connor Gallagher and Aiden Wasserman. These 3 projects are considered the best 3 projects from the junior high competition. They each receive a certificate and a medallion. Come on back up for your medallions, you guys. Acting as our primary presenter tonight is Cindy Kaufman. Cindy, as I introduced her earlier, is on our board of directors. The Broadcom Masters Award winners this year, Connor Gallagher and Aiden Wasserman from Shorewood Intermediate School. This is actually a very interesting award. Let me describe it while you guys take a picture. Microchip producer Broadcom has connected with Intel ISEF to provide a national research competition for junior high students. So these students, these 2, will receive an invitation to submit their project to the Broadcom Masters competition. So in order to participate in that competition, you have to be funneled through an Intel ISEF affiliated fair. So this is the project that has received that opportunity from BSSEF. Okay, it's time to move to the Senior High Awards. And I'm just going to take a moment and say, you know, junior high students and parents, you are more than welcome to stay, but for the next 45 minutes or so, we're going to be just dealing with the senior high projects. So this is your opportunity to exit stage left if you want. And I'm going to get a drink while that happens. Just water drink.
To share. We each get $33.
That's a lot. Alina, are you going to use this? She's right there.
It's really exciting to have junior high projects. We've done this now for 2 years, and it's just great to enlarge the family. That does open up a few more chairs up here if you guys at the back want to move up. Okay, the Senior High Awards. We're going to start with the Specialty Awards. First one is Alpha Chi Sigma. And the winner is Felix and Casper Wolsevino. From the Alpha Chi Sigma fraternity, we have a cash award and official certificate for the best chemistry project. From the next specialty award, the American Meteorological Society, the winners are Jack Mayer and Jasmine Marine from Muskego High School, and Colin Hilger from Nicolay High School. From the American Meteorological Society, we have 2 certificates of achievement for the projects that demonstrate ability and creativity in the area of earth, weather, and environmental sciences. Congratulations, you guys. The American Psychological Association. The winner is Zedin Mason from the American Psychological Association, we have a certificate for the best project in the behavioral or social sciences. The American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science. The winner is Carlin Fry. Carlin is from Cochrane Fountain City School District, on the west side of the state. From the American Society for Clinical Laboratory Science, we have a certificate and cash award given to the project that best displays proper laboratory procedures. Emphasis is placed on experimental thoroughness, attention to scientific process, detail, and safety. Congratulations, Carlin. The American Society for Quality. The winners are Beatrice Goud and Jake Jasonic. Beatrice is from Turner High School in Beloit, and Jake is from Homestead High School in Mequon. From ASQ, we have 2 certificates, each accompanied, wait for it, by a $500 cash award. Ooh. These projects showed precision of thought, creativity, and application. Congratulations again. ASM Materials Education Foundation, the winner, Neil Dogra from the University of Florida. From ASM, we have a certificate and ribbon for a materials-related concept project demonstrating structure, processing, properties, or performance relationships. This project showed a clarity of methods, aesthetics, and presentation. Congratulations, Neil. The Association of Women Geoscientists. The winner, Anna Fitzsimmons from University School. From the Association for Women Geoscientists, we have a Certificate of Excellence for the project by a high school female that exemplifies high standards of innovativeness and scientific excellence in the geosciences, especially those that increase public awareness of the geoscientists. The Earth Hug Award, a new award for us this year. And we have 3 winners. Zedin Mason from University School, Carolyn Harkless, also from University School, and Izzy Mason from Cashton High School. And 3 come up now, please. Projects selected. These projects are selected based on the criteria of making the world a better place by displaying excellent work or innovation in sustainability. Students receive a certificate and a family membership to Discovery World in Milwaukee. The Genius Olympiad. The winners, 2 team projects actually, both from Muskego, Jack Mayer and Jasmine Marie, and Ethan Jacoy and Ryan Kaufman. From the Genius Award at New York State University at Oswego, a chance for the students to attend and compete at an international level with their high school science fair project in the area of environmental sustainability. This award includes all room and boarding expenses for the student and supervisor as they compete in Oswego, New York. It's a nice award if you are interested in going to Oswego, New York. The next award, Intel Excellence in Computer Science. The winner is from Homestead High School, Jake Yasonic. From Intel Corporation, we have an award certificate and a $200 cash award for the project that best employs a computer in the completion of the project. Congratulations, Jake. The International Society for Optics and Photonics. 2 winners here. Second place, Nithin Ramachandran, and first place, Rahul Mullik. Please come forward. From the Society for Optics and Photonics, we have a Certificate of Outstanding Achievement and cash awards for scientific research and engineering applications of optical, photonic imaging, and optoelectronic technologies. The MacGyver Award. I like this one too. We have 2 winners. From Muskego High School, Isaac Ozolins and Chandler Curtis. And from Nicolay High School, Felix and Casper Wohl-Savignon. From STI Engineering and American Science and Surplus, a certificate and $100 gift card for the most creative use of an item or material in an application for which it was never intended. That's why I like that one. MSOE Future Engineers Award. Winners are Isaac Ozolins and Chandler Freitas. From MSOE, our host school, obviously, we have an award for the exceptional desire for learning in the fields of science and engineering. The winner will receive a voucher for a free week-long residential summer academic camp for students who are interested in exploring degrees in engineering, nursing, or business. That's a nice award. Mu Alpha Theta. Winner is Jake Yasonic. Homestead High School. For Mu Alpha Theta Fraternity, we have a certificate given to an outstanding mathematics project demonstrating the most challenging, original, thorough, and creative investigation of a math problem. NASA Earth Science Award. The winner, from Nicolay High School, Alexandra Ivanov. From NASA, the certificate is presented to the best project with an Earth systems perspective. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, otherwise known as NOAA. The winner is, from Nicolay High School, Erica Callis. From NOAA, a certificate awarded to the student whose research about the Earth's environment and resources affects our nation's future needs. The Office of Naval Research, U.S. Department of the Navy and Marine Corps. We have 2 winners, Neil Dogra from University School and from Nicolay, Rujing Huang. From the Office of Naval Research, we have a Certificate of Achievement, a gift card, and a medal for 2 projects notable for thoroughness, ingenuity, creativity, clarity, and the advancement of science. This next award we call the Philip Strike Award. And I'm going to ask your indulgence for a moment because this award has specific meaning to me, and you'll understand why as I read you a little bit about Philip. Philip Vidal Strike was a 16-year-old student from Platteville, Wisconsin, when he first attended BSSEF in 2007. He would attend consecutively in 2008 and 2009. He lived on a farm with his parents, brother, and sister, and was homeschooling through self-study, classes at UW-Platteville, and online through Stanford's education program for gifted youth. He was a fan of science and discovery early in life. He wrote for me in a diary, "As far back as I can remember, I've loved science, and living on my farm in southwest Wisconsin has been like owning a huge laboratory." Those of you that come from a rural area can appreciate that. Philip's accomplishments at BSSEF and Intel ICEF are unparalleled. In the 3 years he attended BSSEF, he won first place overall each year and combined to win a total of 7 specialty awards. At Intel ICEF, he won first place in his category 2 times and second place once. That's at Intel ICEF. He amassed a total of $58,000 in cash, travel, scholarships, and prizes, as well as having his name attached to an asteroid. His crowning Intel ICEF achievement was winning one of the 3 Pinnacle Awards in 2007, which includes an additional $50,000 scholarship to his chosen university. In December of 2008, as you can see in the screen, Discover magazine named Philip one of their 50 best brains in science. Before entering university, Philip had earned over $250,000 in cash and scholarships and co-founded Graphene Solutions, which became a $1 million company based on his discoveries. For university, he chose Harvard, where he also excelled. The Harvard Crimson wrote, "At time an enthusiastic entrepreneur, a scientific prodigy, a political activist, a record producer," I love the music involved there, "and a grandiose party host. Friends said that he will be remembered not only for his impressive accolades, but also for serving as a socially unifying force for his freshman class." Philip died on his family farm September 25th, 2012, at the age of 21. We are pleased to remember Philip each year with the Philip Strike Memorial Award. The award is given to the project that focuses on positive environmental impact, especially those that mitigate climate change. The award consists of a certificate, $100 cash, and a copy of the book Science Fair Season, where the final chapter is devoted to Philip. This year's winner is Beatrice Yell, Turner High School. Thank you for indulging me. I had the distinct privilege to go to Intel ICEF as Philip's adult in charge, and it was just an amazing time seeing all of those confetti sprinkled down on his head at the end of the award ceremony. RICO Sustainable Development Award. The winner is Beatrice Yao, Turner High School. From RICO, we have a certificate given to an individual who best addresses an environmental responsibility to grow earth-friendly and socially responsible businesses for sustainable development. Society for In Vitro Biology, Winner is Rahul Mullik from University School. From the Society for In Vitro Biology, we have a certificate of outstanding achievement for the student exhibiting in the areas of plant or animal, in vitro biology, or tissue culture. Why is that ticking? I must have sent something telepathically. Stockholm Junior Water Prize. We have 3 winners. Erica Callis from Nicolay, Jack and Jasmine from Muskego, and Beatrice from Turner High School. From the Water Environment Federation, a certificate and application for the national competition for outstanding high school water science project involving the quality of life through water quality, resource management, water protection, or wastewater treatment. A chance to enter and compete at the national competition in June. I actually had the privilege to attend that one year, and it's a really nice event. They host you extremely well. You are treated like royalty. The United States Air Force. The awardees are Neil Dogra from University School, Ito Igoni from Nicolay, and Charlie Coe from University School. From the United States Air Force, we have 4 awards for outstanding science fair projects in math and science with Air Force applicability. The awards include a certificate folder, a laptop backpack, and laptop accessories. From the U.S. Metric Association, the winner is Joyce Asuman from Nicolay High School. From the U.S. Metric Association, we have a certificate of merit to the student whose project involves a significant amount of quantitative measurement and which best uses the SI metric system for those measurements. Our last specialty award, the Yale Science and Engineering Association. A familiar name. Jake, come on back up. From the Yale Science and Engineering Association, we have a medal and certificate for the most outstanding project by an 11th grade student in the area of mathematics, computer science, engineering, physics, or chemistry. So how about one big, large round of applause for all of our specialty award winners. That was great, thank you so much. And just again a note, in the packet that you've received, there very well may be some applications that you have to submit to receive some of that award, right? So, especially if they're coming from a national organization, they don't send us the money and then we turn around. They say, this money is made available, so please look in your packet, fill stuff out that you need to. And parents, I would hope that you would help with that. Okay. Category awards. Today, 60 judges evaluated 50 projects, 59 students in 8 different categories, and selected a first, second, and third place per group. Each winner will receive a certificate and a BSSEF medallion. In addition, all category award winners are presented with a scholarship courtesy of Marian University. As I mentioned earlier, first place winners receive a $40,000 scholarship. Second place and third place receive $24,000 scholarships. It's a very nice award, and we thank Marian University for this. Marian University Representative Cindy Kaufman, again, will be presenting these awards. In addition, This year, for the first time, all first place winners will receive $100 courtesy of the Wisconsin Science Education Foundation. I'll be announcing the winners in the categories. Please come forward to receive your award and remain on stage for a picture. In the behavioral science category, third place, Zayden Mason from University School. Second place, Lauren Schwab, also from University School. No Lauren. And first place from Nicolay High School, Max Katz. In the biology category, third place winner from Divine Savior Holy Angels High School, Morgan Martin. Second place from University School, Afia Kershi. And first place, also from Nicolay High School, Anna Spector. In the chemistry-biochemistry category, third place from Nicolay High School, Felix and Casper Wolsevignon. Second place from Nicolay High School, Rojin Hong. And first place from Cochrane Fountain City High School, Carlin Fry. In the engineering category, third place, Brookfield Central, Tanya Mishra. From Muskego High School, Isaac Ozolins and Chandler Freitas. And first place in engineering from University School, Neil Dogra. The environmental science category. Third place, Beatrice Yo from Turner High School. Second place from Nicolay, Erica Callis. And first place from Muskego, Jack Mayer, Jasmine. Highly competitive category, the math computer science. Third place from Whitefish Bay High School, Hai Sung Young. From University School, Ayush Karan. first place from Homestead, Jake Yasonic. From the medicine health category, third place. From University School, Elizabeth Wong. From Madison Memorial High School, Nithin Ramachandran. And first place from University School, Rohan And. The final category, physics. There were only 2 projects in this category, and so we obviously just have 2 winners. From Nicolay High School, Quinn Meese. And first place, Anna Fitzsimmons, University School. So that concludes the category awards. The next one are the grand awards. These are students that receive an all-expense paid trip to Intel ISEF. This year that is held in Phoenix, Arizona. Intel ISEF, as I spoke of earlier, is an international fair consisting of 1,800 students that compete from 75 countries. It is the premier high school science fair competition in the world. From the initial judging exercise this morning, finalists were selected from a second judging round that took place this afternoon. A second set of judges scrutinized their work to select the top projects in BSSEF. So these 3 projects, as they are announced, are not in any particular order. It's not a third, second, and first. These 3 projects all simply are considered our best of fair. Okay? The trip is then going to be coordinated by me as fair director, and I'm going to ask then when the awards, the grand awards are finished, if you, as the student and the student's family, and certainly teacher, if the teacher's here, please can you just come on up here for a minute? We're just going to meet and talk a little bit about the logistics. And the value of that is because Intel ISEF gives me as fair director only 10 days to get all of the information and registration and stuff in. So I'd like to start that tonight. Because when the grand awards are finished and announced, then there's this huge exhale and we're all looking forward to getting home. I'm going to take a moment right now just to do some housekeeping, and that is when it comes to project breakdown. Obviously, when you're done here, everything that you brought in has to go out, okay? So please don't forget anything. Certainly, save what you need to save. If you have trash, find an appropriate receptacle. If the trash is too big, just set it next to where the trash receptacle is. We want to, in part acknowledge our hosts by being good caretakers of the space. Okay, so please do that. Okay. 2019 Intel ISEF finalists. From Homestead High School, Jake Yasonic. Jake's project, an iterative transfer learning approach to multi-objective de novo drug design with recurrent neural networks and non-denominated sorting. Jake, you're going to have to tell me about that sometime, okay? Congratulations, Jake. The next Intel ISEF finalist, Neil Dogra, University of Florida. Neil's title, Using Grain Refinement to Improve the Corrosion Resistance and Mechanical Properties of A205T7 Aluminum Alloy. Congratulations. And the third Intel ISEF finalist, Rohan Ann. Rohan's title, The Potential Pathophysiological Role of Sting in the Development of Hypertensive Nephropathy. So that concludes our award ceremony. Thank you everyone for being here. Safe travels home. Please, ISEF finalists, can you come on up and with your families? Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pass. You're gonna pass on that one? Oh. I gotta go take stuff down. I'm surprised by that. So I'm like, oh damn. And also, I think